Hey, what's up, guys? This is Aries from Derpy Spectre, and right now we're going to be having a Meta Monday profile. And you see, there's new things. I'm trying to get everything set up. What I do on Meta Mondays is I'm going to take a meta deck and do a deck profile of it, and then upload duels of it the next day. And those are the Tuesday duels, and then Wednesday we have What the F Wednesday is where I get the lowest rated duels. Thursday we're going to be doing Throwback Thursday. It's where I'm going to take an old deck and then revise it up to the current format. Then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it could just be anything. Alright, so right now for meta, we're going to be doing Qliphort deck profile, and let's get to it. Alright, one Qliphort Towers. It's a really good card, 3k attack, 2600 defense, and if you do not know its effect, I'll read it. Cannot be special summoned. It requires 3 Qli tributes to normal summoner set. If this card is normal summoner set, it is unaffected by spell or trap effects and by activated effects from any monster whose original level or rank, which includes exceeds, is lower than this card's current level. So basically it almost gets around everything. All special summon monsters lose 500 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can make your opponent send one monster from their hand to the side of the graveyard. A hand or a side of the field to the graveyard. It's their choice. Alright, he's pretty good. And then we're going to get to main searcher deck. Qliphort Scout makes the deck go round. Pendulum effect, when he's in a pendulum zone. Oh, his pendulum scale is 9. You don't know, and all of these are going to be earth machines. Alright, but let's see. His pendulum effect is you cannot special summon Qliphort monsters. It's not really that bad. I mean, of course we run a full 15 card extra deck, but it's not bad because all you need to do is special summon Qliphorts, and this effect cannot be negated. Alright, once per turn, you can pay 100 life points. You add a Qliphort card from your deck to your hand. Oh, and this is Qli, or Qli. So basically, you can get traps such as climate change and sacrifice, as well as laser clip. So also spells and traps as well as all your monsters. And it's a normal monster, so you recruit it with some of your spells, and I'll showcase in a little bit. Alright, Qliphort Carrier, pendulum scale of 1 and 2400 attack, 1000 defense. All of the other Qliphorts, basically, if they're you can normal summon them without attributing, but if you do, their levels become 4 and their attacks become 1800. But I'll get on with it. The pendulum effect is you cannot special summon monsters except Qliphort monsters. So all of them have that effect, but he has a little boost, a little buff. All Qliphort monsters you control gain 300 attack. Alright, so basically, you know, the normal summon effect, and now we have their good effects. If this card is tributed, you can target one monster on the field and return it to the hand. So really, basically, the combos you do is you're most likely going to summon a Qliphort monster, then equip it with Sacrifice, and then you know you're gonna tribute it off for disc. This special summons 2 Qliphort monsters, and then you're gonna get to add a Qliphort from Sacrifice effect that I'll get to later. Alright, Qliphort Helix, pendulum scale of 9. Same effect, but I'll get to its last effect. If this card is tribute, you can target a spell or trap a card on the field, destroy it. Really good. Now, one Qliphort Shell, it's a really good card, but you only need to play one. Alright, the level is 8, pendulum scale 9, 2800 attack, 1000 defense. His pendulum effect is all monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack, and same effect, but then its last effect, if this card is normal summoned, it is unaffected by activated effects from any monster whose original level rank is lower than this card's current level. It has a tower-like effect. And another one, if this card is normal summoned by attributing a Qliphort monster or a Qli or monsters, it can make a second attack during each battle phase, and if it attacks a defenseless monster, inflict piercing battle damage. So basically, it's an OTK component. You only need one, you only run one, but basically, just having this card in your hand can almost ensure you the duel. And now we're gonna get to 2 Qliphort, this pendulum scale of 1. You most likely gonna have this in pendulum scale. And all Qliphort monsters you control gain 300 attack, and for its last effect, which is really good. When this card is tribute summoned by tributing a Qliphort monster, you can special summon 2 Qliphort monsters from your deck, but destroy them during the end phase. So it's good. Also leads off to OTK's 2800 attack, level 7. And then we have Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. You're not really gonna care. The pendulum effect basically is you don't need to know the other effects. It's basically you put it in your pendulum zone, and during the end phase, he goes to the extra deck, and you add a pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. And that's really good because what you're going to get out is going to be Trampolinks or Scout. And if you don't know, Qliphort monsters don't go to the grave unless they're like detached as an Xyz material. They all go back to the extra deck. And when you pendulum summon, basically you have a pendulum monster on your left, and you have a pendulum monster on your right, in your left and right pendulum zones, and then you can special summon monsters between the levels of the pendulum scale. So let's say I have a Qliphort carrier on my right, so that pendulum scale is 1. I have Qliphort Scout on my left, so I can special summon monsters levels 2 through 8. Alright, I hope you understand. And then Performapal Trampolinks. You only need 1, but it's a busted card. And when you pendulum summon a monster, or monsters, so when you do a pendulum summon, it has a busted effect, and you're most likely going to pendulum summon with him and Qliphort Scout in the left zone. But his pendulum effect is once you pendulum summon monster or monsters, you can target a card in either player's pendulum zone. You're most likely going to target a Scout. Then you get to return it to your hand. So basically, you get to reuse your Scout. And then when this card is normal summon, you target a card in your player's pendulum zone, return it to the hand. So again, same effect. Alright, Laser Quip, get an extra summon, normal summon for a Qliphort monster, and the normal summon of your Qliphort monsters cannot be negated as your field spell. Sacrifice, I'll tell you the effect. Equip only to a Qliphort monster. It gains 300 attack and cannot be destroyed by battle. The equipped monster can be treated as 2 tributes for a tribute summon of a Qliphort monster. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add a Qliphort monster from your deck to your end. So basically, you can have like any one of your Qliphort monsters normal summon, but you can just tribute it for disc, get it add, and maybe get special summons off. Just depends. Summoner's Arc. You run 3, even though you only have 3 targets, and those 3 targets are Scout. But it's an amazing card at that. Upstart Goblin, you're technically running a 38 card deck, which is good. Not really enough room for another. You can take out the limiter removal or climate change, but I personally enjoy 2. And yes, I've taken this to locals and won. I can show a deck profile later with just normal cards, but I'm going to do this through Dueling Network right now. And then Double Pot of Duality. You're not really gonna special summon all the time, because you can still win the duel before even special summoning. So this is really good. MST, hate back row, hate other Qliphorts, and then limiter removal just leads to OTKs. Alright, now it's the traps. Traps is probably gonna be the first 4 traps are probably gonna be the more original and just extraordinary. But you're going to see them in every other Qliphort deck as well. Madote Knights. When a monster effect is activated, if you have no monsters in your graveyard, which you won't because all your monsters are going to be in the extra deck, you negate the activation, and you just negate the activation. The other effect requires to have a Madote monster, and you don't have any of those, but it is perfectly okay because you don't need that. And then Climate Change, you add up to 3 Qliphort, face-up Qliphort pendulum monsters from your extra deck to your hand. You know, activate 1 per turn. So it's a salvage. It's a +2. It's a +2, and it's pretty good. It is. I know you really want to pendulum summon from the extra deck, but you can get your tributes off and stuff. Trap Stun, you really want to explode in OTK. Then all the self-explanatories, bottomless, torrential, compulse, warning. And then before I get to the side deck, I would do the extra deck. 74. I'm just gonna go through the rank 7s and 6s and 4s, even though you're not guaranteed to use them. Number 74, Master of Blaze, Draco, Sack, Big Eye, Gaia, Dragon, the Thunder Charger. Number 39, Topia Beyond. I'm sorry, the picture isn't loading at the bottom, but this is it. 3000 beater. You're gonna guarantee to kill a monster and deal 3000 damage, so that's pretty good. And then for the 6s, which starts with Utopia Beyond. Bouncer, M7, Gauntlet Launcher, really good card. Exabeetle, you're mostly going to use your Gaia Dragon for this card. And then for the 4s, we have Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, Ragnar Zero, 101, Castell, Dweller, and Gaga Cowboy, which just helps for the OTKs. And then for the side deck, you're going to use this a lot more often than the extra deck, depending if you play on matches, but this is a really competitive deck, that's why I'm using this for Meta Mondays. 2 Caius, helps with the tributes. You don't have to special summon Caiuses, because you can't really special summon Caiuses, but get the banish card if it's a dark card, inflicting 1000 damage to your opponent. It's really good. Double Maxi, cards still special summon, you still want a lot of cards in your hand, doesn't really matter if they're in your deck or not. Stormforth, tribute your opponent's monster. Double Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, double Light Imprisoning Mirror, hate on Satella Knights, hate on Burning Abyss, and Shadalls. Just hate on it. Chain Disappearance, where still in a certain sense, just a lot of the meta decks out. Like, you can go look, it works on a lot of things, I just cannot explain it right now, but it's really good. And then Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell, discard a spell card, negate the activation of an effect of a spell card and destroy it. And then for the rest of the duel, your opponent cannot activate a spell card with that name. Then Soul Drain, you don't want cards in the graveyard to get their effects. So everybody, this has been the Qliphort deck profile by Derpy Spectre, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, give me your thoughts on it, give me constructive criticism on my build, and just tell me what you think of it. Alright, and yes, I'll have a duel of this coming out tomorrow, and this Derpy Spectre. Thank you.